During the COVID circuit breaker, I was at home a lot, so I felt like I needed the emotional space and physical space to grow into the person that I am today, which is why I moved out and found my own space. Hey everyone, welcome back to a new edition of In a Nutshell, How to Move Out for the First Time. My name is Matilda, I'm a content creator on YouTube, Instagram and TikTok, and today we'll be taking you through the basics of moving out. So I know that moving out for the first time is really daunting, so let's break it down. First thing that we want to decide is, do we want a room or do we want a whole apartment to ourselves? So let's talk about the pros and cons of each of the different options. Let's start with the room first. The first pro that I'll definitely have to highlight is that the rates are way more affordable because you're only paying for one small space versus the entirety of the apartment. Second pro is that most of the rooms are already mostly furnished, so you don't have to buy unnecessary things just to fill up the rest of the house. The last pro is that there's so much lesser cleaning to be done because the amount of space a room takes up is way less than the whole apartment. So now the not so great things about having a room to yourself is that there is a lack of privacy outside of that room. There are shared spaces, the living room, kitchen, even the washroom sometimes, that you might have to share with other people. The last con would be that there might be potentially problematic housemates that, they probably might not have the best hygiene, a bit more unruly. Yeah, it's not a vibe sometimes. And now let's go and talk about the pros and cons of having a whole apartment to yourself. So the first pro is that you have complete privacy. You don't have to share your space with anyone. All the shared spaces belong to you. Number two, you can host more parties, have more friends over. There's no worry about, oh, my roommate needs to wake up early, let's end the night early as well. No such thing. For the last pro, you have more space to call your own. All the decor is up to you. You can decorate it however you want. So now let's talk about the cons of having your own space, which is the whole apartment. So there's much more responsibilities that come looking after the same space. You have to look after the cleaning, you have to look after the general maintenance of the space. And also it's much more costly as there are a lot more things to be considered. More decor, more cleaning materials, a lot more maintenance like aircon. Just like dating people, we also have a lot of different platforms available just for houses. And we should take it as seriously as well because this is a commitment that you're going to commit to for at least 6 months to a year. First up, some of the platforms that I used personally were Property Guru, 99Co, and I personally haven't gone into Facebook marketplaces or Carousel yet, and I feel like you guys should probably try those out because there are tons of options as well. So some tips that I have when navigating these apps, because they can get very noisy. So what I would do is that I'll really make use of a lot of the filters. Such filters that I would use would be the price range, which is what determines my budget for the home per month. I would also look at the amount of square footage and the amount of space that I would get with that same amount, number of bedrooms that I would have, and also maybe certain features. So one other feature that is very distinct from 99Co and Property Guru is that for Property Guru, you can actually query the different types of houses that you want. If you're looking for a penthouse space, a duplex space, a loft space, or even a Soho space, those are things that you can directly query into the search buttons. So after you've taken a look at all the different listings, it is time to finally initiate that conversation on a house viewing to see the space in person. So when you're at a house viewing, there are a couple of things to look out for. So firstly will be the vibes of the place, the type of neighborhood you're in, and go there at different times of the day. Don't just go there at that specific house viewing time. So a pro tip that I have for you is that if the landlord's available or if the agent's available, please ask them about your neighbors. So one thing that I learned from my own experience was that my neighbors actually worked shift work, so that meant that they could have parties up to 3 a.m. in the morning. It was so disruptive for me. So I want you to learn from me as well, and I hope you guys can take this and take it to your next viewing. So I have a bonus tip for you. Like any relationship, don't rush into things. This is also another commitment. So really look into the terms and conditions of the different contracts before signing a dotted line. I also have a video on YouTube that you can refer to that goes into each clause. Okay, so that's all the time that we have for this episode on the basics of moving out. On the next episode, we'll be talking about how to furnish your place and making it your own. So I'm Matilda, and in a nutshell, this is how you move out for the first time.